Well, hello everyone, how are we doing? Just decided to buy myself a little scrapper to come fix up, and cost a grand total of £250. However, it did cost next to nothing. It does have an obvious problem. Let's see if you can figure out what it is. Other than the fact it's dying. That's one start, yeah? Let's get that fixed, then we get it jumped, and then we'll continue from there. One sec. Never mind, we got it. We got it. May not need a jumping after all. So turn this music off. Alright. So if you can see, really struggles. And I definitely suspect it being a crankshaft position sensor, which I have actually purchased, and we'll go through it in a minute, but let's have a check to see what codes it's bringing up with our lovely little top down. So I've got our top down in. If you didn't know where they are in the Astra H's, which is what this is, you have to take this little panel off, and it's underneath here, and I've not even cleaned the vehicle yet. So we have the top down and top right and auto scan and see what we get. So I have already checked over this a little bit, and I have got a reading of a crankshaft position sensor, hence why I bought it. Ignore that, we're spending more money. So I'm just going to run this reading now and see if there's anything else coming up, and I can show you exactly what is coming up, and it gives you a good idea what the top down actually brings up as well. And if this rectifies it, for the sake of spending, I think it was like £80 on the device and using your phone as the actual tablet part, I think it's well worth the price, to be honest with you. So I'll be right back as soon as it's finished doing its scanning. Right, here we go. So it's finished its scan off. Let's have a quick look see what's on it now. And we've got some engine faults. Read the DTCs. And we've got a crankshaft position sensor A, vehicle speed sign, fuel metering solenoid, and throttle. But a lot of this could actually be because of the crank position sensor anyway. So hopefully it should be alright. And then what we've got on here, read the codes. Campus, no communications. Right, well, what I'll do is I'm going to leave those codes on there for now. I have, like I said, got a few bits and bobs. Got some replacement oil. And I think this is our sensor. And then we've got a filter as well and some cleaner to get rid of some of the oil, as you'll see underneath in a minute. So let's get this car jacked and have a look. How are we doing? So, hope you can see, because I can just about see. So, right here is your crankshaft position sensor. Let's see. Is right there with the pins. It goes right there below the starter motor. So, you just about see it there. So let's see if we can get that replaced. See if that rectifies the problem. If there's enough on here for me to actually see. Let's try and get that removed and then see if it starts. Don't know about you. That doesn't look too old. It's like as if they've replaced it already. And that's something else wrong with the car. Let's have a look. Let's see what the new one holds. It's kind of new looking, I guess. Let's see if it fits in. Hopefully it does.
Yeah, but it's not here.
Gotta love it when you're underneath a car there. Can't really see an awful lot, but it's got to try and go back in there. Let's see if I can get it working. Hey, there we go. All nice and in. New connector put in. Let's see if this will crank start properly. Try and get underneath this. There we go. Right. Oh, hello. Just get the keys. See if we managed to get it first try. However, like I said, it did look pretty new. So, I'm a bit worried about that. Perfect, look at that. Going as sweet as a nut, that. Can we complain? Can we heck? Now that is a successful repair. So, I have a little bit of good news, a little bit of bad news. So the car went sweet as a nut, as you saw when it revved. Unfortunately, upon testing the revs, let's fix that before the neighbour gets pissed off. 2 secs. After sorting that out with the crankshaft position sensor and cleaning off the oil, let's give ourselves another test and see if anything comes up now. So, like I say, we have to go on to our top guru, go onto the app and do auto scan. Yeah. With the auto scan, it should read the VIN and then bring up the relevant vehicles, like it's an Opel or a Vauxhall. Yeah. So I'm going to go for Vauxhall because that's what it is. Being a Vauxhall Astra, it's a 2-door, 3-door. Okie dokie. So I'm just going to give it a quick scan. You have a look here. So auto scan. Let's give it a look then. See if anything comes up. So we've got those 4 faults from earlier on there. And then we had some faults on the one of these down here. So if we get to that, right, pause it. Clearing codes, reading codes, none. So let's turn the engine on. Right, everything seems fine. Right, turn her off. Put the ignition back on, and then let's go back out and give her another scan and see if any of these codes show up. So whilst it's doing that, I'm going to be potentially fixing some of these cars up so I can get them for quite cheap and sell them on. They're right cars for learner drivers as well. I'm going to try and see if I can find some of those, find myself some Corsas, Fiestas, anything like that, to try and sort of fix, get them back on the road properly, and then sell them to new drivers. Because I see all these new drivers, because I've been going around fitting boxes to them, and they're paying like £800, £900 for cars. You haven't even got 12 months MOTs on them or anything like that. So obviously, I want to try and see if I could do something, get cars that are designed, ready to go to the scrapyard, because people don't want to have the asshole with it because they think it's not worth the money, and then sell them on. And that way, learner drivers, hopefully I'll try and get them with 12 months MOT done for them as well. So the MOT ends in April on here, so when it hits April, throw it down for its MOT, and we'll be putting this on the market. I have noticed though, it's either a steering rack or bearing. I think it's the bearing that's gone on this on the passenger side front. So anyway, it looks like it's all done and scanned. So all the codes are gone except this one here, which has that canvas, which I'm not really bothered about. I'm mainly bothered about the other issues, which have now gone. You can see there's no engine modules anymore. Perfectly fine, sweet as a nut. And with 128,000 miles on the clock, only done about 300 miles since its last MOT, this should be a bargain for somebody, because you know, cars like this sell for, weirdly enough, £1,200 to £1,500. Obviously, I won't be selling it for quite that much. I'm not that greedy, but like I said, I want to make it affordable enough. Sub £1,000 for people for cars that I'm getting in, and they've got a car for their first year of their insurance. So I've just given this car a bit of a spruce up on the outside. I had to clean the bumper on the BMW behind me. See in the mirror. So next time I'll be doing a service on the car. Can't do the filter because it's got a K&N, or cone filter anyway. But doing oil service on it at least anyway. But it's wet outside now and it's not really going to be drying up anytime soon. So I'll crack on with that another time. But until then, hopefully I see you guys around. And if you want to know how to do these sensors on here, they're very, very easy. I'll even show you from the top. So just before I do go, I want to show you where you find the sensor. So the sensor we had in question was, there's your oil filter. Put your hand down here, right down the bottom. It's right near the shaft crank sensor down here. Pretty much touching it now. It's right down here. It's pretty much here, just below. It's pretty easy to get to be fair. But it's an easy fix for somebody who didn't want to deal with the car. Anyway, I'll see you guys later, and enjoy yourself.